Hi everyone and welcome back to the podcast. It's episode 50 and I'm here and Ian is also here.
Hello.
And he's laughing at me because even though I knew exactly what the episode was, I still managed to mess it up. So, it's good fun this.
Yeah.
Just for full disclosure, we're recording this episode early this week because we've got a very busy personal week. Personal week? What's a personal week?
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about LAN and leaks and all the drama that's going on. And so if there is more drama this week, after we have recorded this, don't be confused that we haven't talked about it because, we can't time travel. We can't see the future. Yeah. How good would that be if we could see the future? Then we could be the leakers. Anyway, so lots of drama at the moment with LAN. We've talked about LAN in previous episodes. It's always a hot topic.
Yep.
So what makes it a hot topic at the moment? Give us the background, Ian.
So we've recently had two events that kind of spurred a lot of talk about LAN. First is Holly being kicked out of LAN.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really know why.
Yeah, she doesn't understand.
She's been told it's about the leaking of sets, but she doesn't believe she has leaked any sets. Obviously, she could have accidentally put out something before an embargo date, but I think she's checked and she can't see anywhere where she's done that. So at the moment, basically, we don't know why.
Yeah.
Lego haven't seemed to handle it in the best way.
Yeah. She's made a video about how there's just no communication from LAN.
Yeah.
She obviously wants to know what she's done wrong, or
yeah.
supposedly done wrong, and they've just... I mean, do they have to explain themselves? It would be nice if they do, but...
Well, so I found this unusual. I assumed that being part of LAN, you would sign something.
Yeah.
Because, I would assume that when you get sent a set early, it's covered under an NDA.
That would make sense.
And NDAs have to be signed.
So then they can terminate their contract if you break it, but if there's no contract, then you just...
Yeah.
It just stops. Oh, we've changed our mind about you.
Yeah.
Like, that's their prerogative. If
yes.
There's no...
So, yeah. They can kick you out for any reason.
It's just a bit sucky not to fully clarify what's
yes.
going on. That's drama part 1.
Yep.
Drama part 2
is Brixie has done a rant video about people basically telling him that his reviews are biased and
he doesn't
a
say
whole bunch of other stuff
Lego.
about LAN. He's also doing an amazing impression of Ned Flanders.
You're not a fan of the moustache, are you?
I'm not really.
I also think it's quite a funny rant video because it's a Canadian rant video.
It is.
It's like the nicest rant ever.
Yes.
But you can see that he's obviously annoyed because he's joined LAN. He doesn't believe he's changed anything about the content he's creating. He's just getting some of his sets earlier.
Yeah.
So he can't see the problem. And this is the thing that we have also thought about. If we were to join LAN, would we let it change us?
No.
No, well, no. Because
I don't let you change me. Why would I let LAN
and believe me,
change
I have tried.
I know you have.
You are not changeable. Like, this is you, and I'm stuck with it.
Yep.
It's not all that bad. But
Yeah, you love it.
most days. I think, and we've worried that if we were to ever join LAN, that people would instantly just change their opinion of us. And that is actually quite a hard pill to swallow. It really puts you off joining LAN because you build up a community and you build up a following and you kind of feel like you're kind of friends with these people. And if they suddenly go, oh, you've got a label on you now, I can't possibly trust anything you ever say anymore.
Yeah.
That's really questioning your integrity. And
yes.
It's not nice.
So I don't know how many of those people it is that people change their opinion, or is it just you join LAN, you get bigger, some of the new people who find you start to do it.
Yeah.
They've not seen you before. They don't know what you were like, and therefore they start to attribute some of your behaviour to being a LAN member.
Yeah. So your loyal members are probably still nice, loyal members. I hope that's the case. Because that would really suck if people just change their opinion of you.
Yeah.
So we agree with Brixie, I think, that
so
there's no contract. We've just discussed that. There's nothing saying they have to be positive.
No.
And it's very hard, I feel, to make a video with negative points in, but come across completely negative. And I think that's kind of what people are expecting. So there's different types of LAN members. Like, there's the lugs, which I think are kind of irrelevant for this.
Yeah, so I feel there's quite a lot of confusion. Some people use LAN member
Just to mean...
as a synonym for an RLFM.
But even... so RLFM, Registered Lego Fan Media...
Registered or recognised?
Yeah, something like that. They include websites like Brickset.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it is all RLFMs, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
I think it is specifically YouTubers or people who create video content.
It does seem that, yeah.
So I don't think that you can write something critical and like literally in written word and people dispute whether you're being critical or not because it's written down. There's no like tone to that. You read it, it says this piece, like this set has got these flaws.
Yeah.
Very much written in fact. Whereas when you present that in video content, you're still excited about the product probably. Like, I've got this set and it's all good up until this point and I'll tell you these things. But the tone of your video is probably still going to be a positive one.
Yeah.
So it kind of shields that negativity from people. They go, oh, positive, positive, positive. And they forget the negative part. And therefore they title you as constantly positive. Because you want to be engaging. You want to sort of talk to people in a positive manner. Even if you've got some constructive feedback on the set.
Yeah.
So I think they're... Yeah.
It does definitely seem that I've never seen these kinds of comments kind of raised against bloggers.
No. I think the only time that Brickset maybe suffered from it was it the 8080? Where they had like a sensationalist headline about Lego that you can't take apart.
Right.
And they got a lot of criticism for that because people described it as like clickbait kind of thing. They could have presented it in a different way. Was it that one? There was definitely something last year.
But I mean, it was Lego that a lot of people struggled to take apart, and some people got injured trying to take it apart. So it wasn't all that clickbaity.
But I think they did sensationalise the headline a little bit.
So do most YouTubers.
Well, exactly. Like YouTube is essentially just constant clickbait.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I see is there's a definite divide in blogs and things because they're written. Maybe it's easier to see that criticism.
Yeah.
Without the tone of the video bringing it down or bringing it up, kind of thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It seems a struggle, and I wish people in other industries you can get people being sponsored or thing, and they just say, yes, I was sent this product, but these views are all my own. And it kind of feels like people buy that. So why don't they buy it in Lego?
I don't know.
Why is it that for Lego, if you've been sent it, then... Is it because people are really jealous?
I think that could be quite a big element of it,
so
the jealousy.
It's not that I don't trust your opinion, it's that I hate you because you got a free Lego and I didn't.
I think for some people that'll be part of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a large part of it. But then if people aren't getting the Lego early, then... you won't get to see it before you make that purchasing decision. If everyone got all Lego on day one, if you don't have the money to spend, how will you know what to spend it on?
Yeah.
Like, there's a point of the reviews. People get benefit from them.
Yeah.
So...
And that was something that I struggled with the Bricklink designer thing.
Yeah, because you had no idea.
There was no way of having an impartial review before you buy it.
Yeah, because no one
all you've got is what the designer has shown you.
Yeah.
You know, they might not even take photos of it from all angles because they know specific angles might look bad. You've just got to trust that it all ends up okay.
Well, you're trusting essentially that Lego won't be letting something through like that. Because the Bricklink designer program, they're working with Lego at least to...
I don't know. Some Lego sets, if you look at them from the wrong angle, they look quite ugly.
Name one.
I'm trying to think. Was it the James Bond Aston Martin? From the wrong angle, that just looked wrong.
I wouldn't know because
no.
I don't know what an Aston Martin's meant to look like to start with. Yeah. I guess that Majestic Tiger from the wrong angle looked wrong.
Yeah, that one.
It just feels like it's a constant drama, and for people who join LAN, is it really worth it?
I don't know.
So in Brix's video, he also talked about the fact that being a LAN member, when there's such a high prevalence of leaks these days, is also kind of frustrating. So that's another thing that kind of puts us off, or puts me off. Like, you'd get the set, you'd work on the review, and then people wouldn't watch it as much because they've already seen other people.
I don't think that's as... We don't do news, really.
No.
I mean, this podcast is the closest we ever get to talking about news topics.
Yeah.
And so leaks ruin news. They don't ruin reviews.
Right, because you're seeing a detailed view of something.
Yeah.
So that's what people want to show the set as the news, as opposed to a clear review. Okay. Yeah.
If your review isn't doing anything more than what people have seen in a leak, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So the latest leak, obviously, is the 90th anniversary sets.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to hear them, but I kind of feel a bit bad for Lego that their special birthday sets are already out there. They haven't got to do the big reveal. They probably would have, ballsed up the reveal anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It probably would have been on LegoCon. It probably is still going to be at LegoCon, thinking
Yes.
we're going to announce all that stuff that you already know about.
Yeah.
And pretend like you don't know. Do you not think it was a bit sad for them, or not?
I don't know.
So tell us about the 90th anniversary sets. Are they exciting?
They are. There's going to be a castle. Who knew? Apparently 20 minifigures.
That's a lot of minifigures.
It is. And then weirdly, a gift with purchase kind of based on the castle, but coming out before the castle.
Yeah, that's confusing. Why is it not at the same time?
I don't know.
Lego seem to be doing that a lot. Like, here's a modular. Oh, but you can have the gift with purchase that kind of goes with this in a couple of weeks after the modular.
Well, this is something that I'm finding slightly frustrated by, is that Lego claim that they don't like leaks. Yet the only way we know about gift with purchases are via leaks now, because they got rid of the calendar. So they don't like leaks, but they forced us to rely upon them.
We know about gift with purchases from Lego itself when they happen.
Yeah, when they happen. The calendar was giving you advance warning.
Why would they want to give us advance warning?
Yeah.
They don't. We've talked about this before. They don't want us to save our money until it's better for us. They want us to spend and then spend again.
Yeah.
So when they said, "Oh, we'll still let you know," what they meant was, "We'll tell you when they're there."
Yeah.
That is one interpretation of "we'll still let you know."
Yeah.
It's not going to be a surprise that they just tuck it in your bag when you're not looking. You will know in advance.
Yeah.
Before you make the purchase on the day.
Yeah.
It's all in the wording.
It is.
It's kind of cheeky. I assume we're going to get the castle. And it's going to come right about the time where we've just finished our current mock. Like our 71. How are we going to make the decision which to go in the city?
I don't know.
Do we just tear down all the work that we've done? Is that kind of a frustrating thing about not knowing what's coming from Lego? Working on something and then having to do it all again? Or
I don't know, to a degree. I mean, so yeah, if you've spent ages building a really nice police station modular and then they go, oh, here's a police station modular. You've got that choice of, well, do I go with the Lego one? Do I keep my mock? Do I somehow combine them?
I guess that comes back to what we talked about last week. What kind of Lego person are you? Are you a completionist? Or are you just enjoying playing with Lego?
Yeah.
So if, like me, you're a completionist, I'd be like, well, I have to get the modular because it's a modular.
Yeah. I mean, I guess as the Lego come out with a set, it's better than the mock you've created, and you feel, well, I could have spent that time working on a mock of something else. Yeah,
what if it's not better than what you created?
If it's not, then you're fine.
But what if it's not better than the one you created, but you are a completionist?
Then you've got problems.
I felt targeted with that.
Yep.
You've got problems. You're my problem.
So, of course, I heard a leak that there's going to be a 90th anniversary space set as well.
Yep, I heard
so
that
it's
one.
not just castles. So I don't know if that's because space came second in the vote, or they just went, we like space.
So hang on, there was 3 things in the vote, right?
There were 4 things.
4 things. Oh, because they added castle in extra.
Yeah.
Castle, space, Bionicle.
And pirates.
Was pirates in there as well?
I thought so.
I don't remember. So if we're getting castle and space, are we also going to get pirates and Bionicle?
I don't know. As I said, it could be that space came second, so we're getting a space set. It could be that they just went, well, we like space. Space is iconic. We're going to do space. They could make the same decision with pirates. They could say, we've had enough pirate ships out recently, so therefore they don't need to do it, because we've had Barracuda Bay, we've had the 3-in-1. So they could go, right, Yeah, we've not done that, but we've not done space in a long time, so it's about time we did it.
Are they not constantly doing space in City? They just had a whole bunch of City sets. They've even had Lego Friends space.
Yeah, so it's a slightly different space.
It's a different space.
Yeah.
How many spaces are there?
Well, so the City stuff is more realistic space.
Oh, so classic space is actually funky space.
You know, classic space is aliens and, you know, space fights.
Sorry, are aliens not real?
Maybe.
I mean, do you know for sure?
I can't tell you that.
Hang on, are you an alien?
Anyway. So classic space is your alien space fights, that kind of stuff, not rockets and moon bases as much.
Right. Okay. Clearly moon bases are better.
Who knows, they may even do something with Bionicle, but I doubt it. It's so different to everything else they do.
It is. So I heard a rumour, and I think this is just someone theorising, that because the castle says that it comes with a queen but no king, that they're going to do a 90th anniversary CMF series, which will include the king.
Right.
And maybe there'll be a Bionicle minifigure in the CMF series. I don't even know how that works.
No.
But someone mentioned that. Or maybe I read it wrong. Maybe that's not what they were saying. That's how I took it.
Is this just a dream?
Well, is it not all just a dream?
Yep. So we could go back to talking about LAN and RLFMs.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I have noticed is that there's not that many RLFMs that I actually see reviews from. But the one that I subscribe to and watch quite a lot of is CC's.
Yeah.
The one thing I really like about CC is that if she is doing a review of a set, she has correctly tagged the video as a paid promotion.
Ah.
Which is what she has to do. Because if you receive the set in payment of doing a review on it, then it's a paid promotion.
So is no one else doing that?
I've not spotted anyone else doing it.
What does that look like?
You get a little thing pop up in the top left-hand corner when it starts saying paid promotion, and if you click on it, it takes you to Google's description of what a paid promotion is. If you're doing TikToks, you're meant to include the ad hashtag, but people don't do that either. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you're meant to do.
Why is no one else doing that?
I don't know. You can get in trouble for it. There have been some, tends to be like beauty influencers who have got into a lot of trouble over it. You can get fined. You can have a whole bunch of stuff happen.
Is it not that you can either say quite clearly in your video or you can tag it?
No, you are meant to tag it.
You're meant to tag it.
Yeah, they are pushing for it to be much more explicit. Yeah, so I think if you've got a TikTok and you've not included the ad hashtag, but you've made clear in the video that it is a paid promotion, then you probably would still be fine with it. You might just get warnings that you have to include it. Obviously, all of this stuff, as it is counted as a payment, when you're doing your tax forms, you have to declare it all. So that gets all very complicated.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Do you think LAN help you with this stuff?
I've no idea.
Right.
I don't know if LAN know this stuff. We've said they're not very suited to the modern age.
No,
So.
it does seem that way. Who runs LAN? Is there a department in Lego for LAN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was recently they changed who was running it.
To be someone more young and hip?
More American.
Oh, is that why all the Americans get...
That's one theory as to why it skewed a bit more towards America since he took over.
Interesting. I think it's another example with Lego that we always come back to is lack of transparency.
Yeah.
There's no clear, this is how it works kind of thing. There's too much cloak and dagger. You can't talk about this, you can't talk about this.
Yeah.
And so people just fill in the gaps themselves, and that's where you end up with misinformation.
Yeah.
Because if we're not being told stuff, then we make it up.
Yeah.
That's how people work.
Yes.
It's in their better interests.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a lot worse than we imagine.
It could be.
Yeah. Oh, they think it's this.
Yes.
Don't tell them the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are people who say, oh, they have to say positive stuff because otherwise they might get kicked out, and there's all this kind of idea that obviously they're never told that, because no one who has left LAN, I've never seen them come out and do a video saying I wasn't allowed to say negative things about sets.
Yeah.
But people say, oh, but maybe there's some kind of hidden pressure in there that if you say something bad, you'll get kicked out of LAN. We know that's not true on the basis that we know 2 LAN members who were very grumpy and critical, and they have not been kicked out of LAN.
But they're lugs, it's different.
It's still LAN. If people are saying that if you talk negatively and you're in LAN, then you'll get kicked out, it's like, no, they are very negative. Almost as negative as me. But again, they get treated differently to RLFMs.
I think people just have to remember that you're in LAN because you like Lego.
Yep.
So you're gonna like Lego.
Yes.
And you get the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to review that set. Most of the time, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So you're going to pick the sets you like.
Well, also, you don't get offered every set, and the Lego marketing team are very good at working out which LAN members are going to say something positive. This may be why not many LAN members got to review video.
Yeah, there was no reviews of video.
Yeah.
They obviously saw that coming.
They went, we can't think of anyone who's going to say anything positive about these. Let's just keep them hidden.
It's just, people need to chill. There needs to be less drama in the world. We already have enough drama with like monkeypox and stuff. I mean, that's what I'm worried about at the moment.
Everyone's worried about monkeypox.
Yeah. Are you actually worried about monkeypox?
No, I'm not worried about monkeypox.
I didn't think you would be. But
No.
I think it's just after a pandemic, when someone talks about monkeypox, you're like, no, not that again. Like, we don't need another one. Take it back, please.
I love the fact that monkeypox is named because you get it from animals.
Right.
But you get it from rodents.
Why is it called monkeypox?
I don't know. I'm assuming somebody mistook a rat for a monkey at some point and the name just stuck.
It's a rat monkey. Yeah. Okay, right, I feel we've digressed somewhat again.
Someone who had no clue what a monkey was went over to Africa to investigate, saw some rats running around and went, well, they're probably monkeys. I've heard monkeys have tails, and look, they have tails.
Yeah, they're the same.
Yep.
Okay, right. So, our conclusion is too much drama. We still worry about what would ever happen if we were to join LAN. We probably don't need to worry about it at this stage.
I think there's, as I said, from the Holly drama, LAN definitely has communication issues.
Yes.
But I don't think I've seen anything that would say I don't trust a LAN member in a review.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily trust them when they come to talk about whether a set is good value, because they've not had to stand there and make a choice on whether they bought it or not.
Yeah.
You know, you can look at a set and go, oh, well, it costs this much and that's the same as this one I bought, but that's not the same as standing in front of the sets and going, should I buy this set, or should I go off and buy a video game?
Yeah.
If you've not been in that situation, you haven't got the same experience on value.
Yeah, that seems fair.
So I'd say if you ever want to know about value or something, listen to Jang, because normally he's paying full price for them. Because he's trying to get them as early as he can, and that normally means paying full price. So he has a much better handle on that.
Yeah.
But that's not a trustworthy thing. They've not got that experience. You understand they've not got it, and therefore you have to adjust your expectations.
Yeah. And we're excited about the castle.
We are excited about the castle.
Takeaway from this week's episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I don't know if it'll be day one.
No, I think...
We don't know yet whether it'll be a Lego exclusive, or whether it's likely to go into a shop where they might have deals on.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's a wait and see.
Yeah.
It's not for a while, is it? It's like August time, maybe. We don't actually know.
I think the
rumour is August.
Rumour is 1st of August, with the gift we purchased being the last 2 weeks of July.
Okay, so in a couple of weeks we are hitting Bodcast episode 52.
Yep.
So that, I guess, is a year of doing the podcast, although
we think maybe this one is a year.
Well, just ignore the fact that we only missed 1 week, I think.
Did we?
So maybe next week is one. But let's go for 52.
Well,
that makes sense.
52.
There's 52 weeks in a year. Once we've done 52 of them, that's a year's worth of doing it. I
Okay.
think that's fair. So if anyone's got any suggestions on what they would like to hear from a podcast birthday episode, Pop that in the comments and we will have a think about it as well. If you want to listen to any of our previous episodes of the podcast, I'll link those up now, either on the screen, in the show notes, or in the description. And we will be back next week for another episode. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.